part, you know, because a lot of people are looking for that one bit of information that they think is going to just change the whole game, and then they're done. Well, you know, yes, we do need that bit of information. That's very important to be able to succeed. That's a very important part of our success. But we also need to be consistent. So we need to attend this training. I believe this is the most important part of what we're going to do together. Because if you learn and understand how to successfully build a team and earn 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 US dollars a month, when you have that much money coming in every month, you now are at a great advantage on the trading side. So we're going to be developing two incomes. We're also going to be going into the trading too, as well. We're going to get into that later on. But I believe the first and most important thing for us to develop is our residual income. We have to get a solid residual income going. And when you have a consistent, solid residual income, you are withdrawing every week $500 or $1,000 from the compensation plan from Extreme, and you're withdrawing that every week, then that puts you at a great advantage to now turn your attention into some trading and make even more money, all right? And if you agree with me on that, put a 1 in the chat. If you agree that that is a great idea, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat for me if you do, all right? So thank you very much for lighting up the chat, all right? Thank you very much. Let me see who is lighting up the chat. That's Jordan over there in St. Thomas, Jamaica. He's lighting up the chat with his ones. He believes that makes sense. Is there anybody else apart from myself and Jordan who believes that weekly? Okay, great. Riley as well. Doris in Nigeria. Welcome, Doris from Nigeria. Agreeing with that. All right. So we thank you very much as well. Moses Maja Kedumi. All right, my brother over there in Nigeria. Welcome. All right. Thank you as well, Scola. Thank you as well, Garvey over there in the United Kingdom. So, you know, I'm really excited about, you know, where we are and what it is that we're doing. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, we're gonna have an amazing time. We're gonna have an amazing time today. We're gonna have an amazing time. You know, Mr. Bright sends his apologies. Mr. Bright sends his apologies. You know, let's just send up some prayer for him. He has an emergency with his, you know, his wife. So just send up some prayers. You know, they'll overcome whatever challenge is facing them. You know, that's just how life is. Life is going to challenge us in 3 areas, and we have to be willing to embrace those challenges and move forward. Thank you, Mark Wilson, for your ones. Thank you, Garby. So we have UK in the house, lighting it up. We have United States, we have Jamaica, we have Trinidad, we have Kenya, we have Nigeria today, lighting up the chat with ones and wanting to develop their residual income. So I'm really excited about that. All right, so really excited about that. So guys, let's dive into it. Let's dive into it. All right, so we are going to, last couple of weeks, you know, this is our 3rd week in this series. And last week, the first week, we went into this particular idea. And this week, we're going to focus on the fortune is in the follow-up. This week, we're going to focus on the fortune is in the follow-up. We went into exposing our network, and we will talk later on about working with the willing. We spoke already about using the SIFT method, going through your contacts and identifying people who are self-starters, influential, financially capable, teachable, and trainable. And then we went into how to recruit members, right? If you missed it, the first video on the channel, Wealth Creation Project channel, it's there for you to go back and watch the training. Peak interest, show the presentation, 3-way calls. We peaked interest live, we showed the presentation, and we did 3-way calls. And we did a 3-way call with someone on last week's training, and then they said they were gonna pay on Monday. And by Tuesday, they changed their mind. The individual changed their mind. And I'm going to discuss with us how we should go about following up someone like that. Because here's the thing about this, and remember these trainings are interactive, right? Which comes first? And I want somebody to come off mute and answer me, please. Which comes first? The seed or the harvest? Which comes first, the seed or the fruit? Does the fruit come or the seed come first? Which
The
comes
seed.
first?
The seed.
The seed.
The seed. Thank you very much. So it would be foolish to expect a harvest or expect a fruit if you haven't sown a seed. Now, in our business, sowing the seed is piquing the person's interest. Once you have piqued the person's interest, you have sown the seed. Now, there's a teaching that says, as long as there is hot and cold, as long as there is the sun rises and the sun sets, there will be seed and harvest time. Some of us may know that particular verse, right, from the book of Genesis. It speaks about seed and harvest time. So there's seed and harvest. Now, those things are lawful, which means that once you have a seed in the ground, there's going to be an opportunity for a harvest. So if we haven't exposed everybody in our network, right, the seed has not been sown. Let me be very clear on that. So if you have not exposed everybody that you know in your personal network, you have not sown the seed yet for that particular individual. So if you haven't done that yet, you're holding yourself back because you cannot follow up someone who you haven't exposed. Am I right about that? If you haven't exposed them, how can you follow them up? Is that correct? Somebody unmute and tell me yes. Yes or yes?
Yes.
Right? Yes, correct. Thank you very much, Scholar. So here's a scientific fact. The average customer needs to see an ad 7 times before making a buying decision. I want you to really reflect on that. So when you invite someone to take a look at the presentation and they didn't make a decision to join you, at that point, I want us to remember that it takes time in some instances. There's seed, there's time, and then there's the harvest. There's seed, which is to sow the information, pique their interest, see if they're interested. Different seeds have different gestation periods, and different seeds will take different periods of time before those seeds deliver any fruit. And then there becomes a harvest. So for us to have a great harvest, we have to have a lot of seeds sown. So we should not get discouraged when somebody tells us that they're going to go ahead and they change their mind, or they're going to go ahead and something delays them. Those things are going to happen. We're going to have those things. And that's why we need the process of follow-up. Go back to the statement. It says the fortune is in the follow-up. That's where the wealth in this model is. And a lot of times what happens is that we'll sow the seed, give the person an opportunity to look at the video, but we don't do proper follow-up. So we're going to go over today the process of follow-up, and we're going to go into it in a little bit more detail so that individuals here can really understand what it means to follow up on somebody. All right, so how do you follow up? What's the process? There's something called dripping. Dripping is the art of the follow-up process, dripping. Now, when you first expose someone, first thing is to call them up, find out, okay, you're interested in taking a look at the business, you're interested in joining the business, and they said to you, they like it. You did the 3-way conference call as we did last week, Sunday, with the gentleman. And let me find his name. I'm going to log into my WhatsApp, and I'm going to go through, I'm going to log into my, I'm going to go on my phone, sorry, and I'm going to show you some messages that I use and the process so that we understand the process. Follow-up is a process, and if you do it right, man, you're going to have an explosive growth in your business. Okay? Right. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to share my screen now on my phone. Before. Yeah, I could do that. All right. So last week, I showed you my income last week, right? And let me just log into the back office here one more time. I want you to go back into income because I showed everybody that was here, you know, withdrawals and stuff. But I just wanted to show this top 5 stuff. Let me log into here again. Because I want to emphasize that I am not giving you information that I'm hoping will work. Okay? I want us to understand that this information that I'm giving you is what I've been using for years now. So, okay, so let's look at this top 5 chart. All right, so top five sponsors. Okay, top 5 sponsors. So the top 5 sponsors in the company in the last day, right? 3 commas, right? Sign up someone. And then last week, right? 3 commas, there's Wealth Creation, there's Daryl, my friend Pollock, M. Brahma, and Ivan. That's the last week, right? In the company, that's this past Monday to today. And then last month, right? This is this month of November, right? That's ongoing right now. Wealth Mission, which is, that's basically me, right? That's my daughter's, that's me. That's really recruiting there. That's 6 people in the month, this month. Then there's Mindfully. And then there's Mr. Clark here and Gordon. And then there's JMC and then that individual. And then go again this month, last month is October, sorry. That was October. Last month is October. Right? So I led the charge in October, right? In October. And then this month of November, C. Benjamin is my second account. It's my wife's account, my wife's name, but I do the building there as well. And that's 2. And I am adding more this month to that, plus Wealth Creation. So last year, this last year means the year January to now. Wealth Creation, that's me. C. Benjamin, that's me. And the 4th is Wealth Mission, that's me. Now that's all my personal recruiting. Now where you know, and it looks forever. All right, Wealth Mission and Bagelicious. Where's Bagelicious? Right? Okay, Bagelicious, you drop off the chart. Bagelicious is Mark, but he's gonna get back in this top 5, right? Right, Mark? Mark, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna be.
All right, you're gonna get back into this, right? And all right, good. All right, so I wanted to just show that, right? Now, here's the thing, where I did not do as much as I should have is that I didn't train our members enough over the last year on this process of recruiting. I didn't invest the time. And there, you know, I've had some mental excuses about that, relating to, you know, just where my wife and daughter were stuck in Nigeria last year. So last year, May to December was a very difficult period for me on a personal level, and it affected me as an individual leading correctly. So I didn't make the adjustment until, you know, I just got out of the funk and I finally got the business back on track. And as I got the business back on track during the course of this year, you know, I know how important it is to train our partners. So I'm back in the space of focusing on that, as I stabilize my building of my own team, my own personal income by building, right? Now, as a leader, remember this. The pace of the leader determines the pace of the pack. Remember that. If you want your people to run, you have to fly. If you want your people to run, you as the leader have to fly. You cannot expect your team members to pass you out if you're not really out there consistently doing well. Because this business is about being an SOI, source of inspiration, okay? So you have to be that source of inspiration to the people that you are seeking to follow. Now let's go, I wanted to share this particular perspective on follow-up, right? Now, when we're following up with someone, you're calling them to follow them up. Let me give you what's really behind it. You think you are following them up. That's not really what's happening. What they are doing is that they're trying to determine if they should follow you. So the people that you're following up, the reason why some of them hasn't joined you yet is because they don't believe that you're going to carry out what you say you're going to do. They don't believe that, you know, this is something that's going to work for them. They don't believe that, you know, you may be able to help them to get the results that they're looking for.
I've definitely their meeting.
And as a
You
result
didn't
of
bring this
that,
up, I went to take it.
they're not, hey,
You
Harrison,
moved it.
right? If you can mute
What
your
other
line,
movie is
thank
there
you.
now?
Harrison's line is giving me some trouble because I'm trying to mute. Okay, good. All right. So if you don't believe, if the individual doesn't believe that you can help them to get the results that they're looking for, then they will not follow you in this particular area. I want us to remember that. It's a very important thing to remember. So when you're following up with them, you're going to have to provide them with information that will help them to believe that you should follow them. So let's go to the gentleman that I had prospected. He's from, from Chris, right? So for those who were here last week, you'll remember that this gentleman, we did a three-way conference call with him, right? And I'll be able to show you, right here, three-way conference call. We did a three-way conference call with Mr. Bright, right here on the line for everybody to hear, right? And he said, does anybody remember what he said when we finished the call? Does anybody remember what he said? Unmute and tell me for anybody what was here that heard that call live. Anyone? I see a number of you that were here last week. Go ahead.
Yeah, he said he will register on Monday.
Good. He said he would register on Monday. All right. So on Monday, you could see Monday there, right? So I'm saying, hi, fine. How are you doing today? You know, that's my greeting. If you want to copy that greeting, fine. You know, I affirm that all is well in your family. That's how I generally start my greeting. Excellent day to whomever that is and how they are doing. So good afternoon, sir. I'm fine. I said, awesome. I'm looking forward to supporting you and Chris on this journey with us. Are you ready to begin the process? All right, sir, but I'll get back to you later in the day. It's okay, fine. All right, I noted that. So Tuesday, you didn't get back to me on Monday. So Tuesday, when I'm following up with someone, I want us to remember this. I'm going to show it in writing. You have to give them a value proposition first. Don't just call them up and say, hey, you're ready to pay. You're ready to make your payment. Do not do that, because you're a salesperson when you're trying to sell something, as opposed to you trying to get them involved in terms of the value of what we are offering them. So my message is, yeah, if I affirm that all is well, I'd already established that he wanted to build a team. You guys remember that, for those who are here. And I said, I have a strong leader from Jamaica that registered yesterday and is in my holding tank, right? Because that's what I had at that point. She's very influential and will be building a team. If you can register today, I can place her below you so that the people that she brings in count for your weekly commissions. Are you able to get started today? So before I ask the person if they're ready to get started, I look for something of value that I can present to them before I ask them if they're ready to get started. Because if I just simply ask them if they're ready to get started, you know, that's not a good quality way of following up with somebody. All right, so let's see what happened. Thank you as much for inviting me to partake in this project. It truly means a lot to me. Right now, I have a lot on my plate. I need some time to focus on other priorities. I want to give this the attention it deserves, so I hope you understand. It will take some time to consider everything fully. I promise to reach out when I feel ready to discuss this further. Thank you for your patience and understanding. I said, noted. That's understandable. All right, thank you. Now, just remember this. No means not right now. No means not today, or no means not enough information. To me, no doesn't mean no. So this gentleman is a prime individual, and as we go through the next months with this, you're going to eventually see this individual come aboard. So I set it up to follow up properly. I didn't, call him up trying to convince him to join after he changed his mind for his own reasons. So let's look at the steps now, and I'm going to find some other examples of somebody that I may have exposed, and how this whole okay, yes, I remember this gentleman. Let's go to him. Let's go to Samsung. He's paying on he's gonna pay on Wednesday, right? Just go back kind of to the top of this, right? Okay, good. Let's look at this now. This is May 6, 2023 that I spoke to him and sent him a video, right? May, that's 2023, May, okay? And then, you know, he watched the video or something, and let's see, you know, and I sent him a link for a presentation for him to come to. And then I said I came late. I think the best for me is to copy the video, you know, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I said, are you ready to able to do that, blah, to sign up and get registered? Not yet. Okay. And I said, hi, Samson, you know, overall, very, very well. Best regards to your family. All right. And I sent him, here's dripping now, because we're going back to dripping now. So October 1, 2023, I dripped something. I'd done a really great thing. I took 129 trades this past week. I won 120 trades and lost 9. And I said, you know, excellent days, Samson, and I affirmed all as well in your family. How are you doing today? You can make a ton of money using the Extreme Effects Safety Trade System. You're missing out on a great opportunity. I didn't ask him, are you ready to sign up yet? I didn't ask that question. I said, what is the simplest way to start, my friend? And I say, you know, begin as an affiliate, pay $168 to register and get to work. That's what it was at the time. I called him up on, that was October 1. And then I called him February 4, 2024. I didn't get an answer. I left him alone. And I called him back March 4th, didn't get an answer, left him alone. And I called him back in April and we spoke for 2 minutes. And I would have updated him on the successes that we're having, what's happening, you know, what different people are doing in the community. And then June was the next time I spoke. I tried calling him, I didn't get an answer, I left him alone for a while. And September 1, no answer, right? And then I sent him a message, you know, I told him, no, what is this? Let's read and see what the message is saying. So somebody unmute and read it for me. So my voice is not the only voice here. Somebody unmute and just read this out for us. Anybody who is unmuting? Come on. I'm not the only one going to speak.
I'll unmute.
Go ahead,
Excellent. Is it from the Excellent Day?
Yes.
Right. So Excellent Day, Samson. I affirm that all is well with you and your family. As you know, we have a conference on November 15th and 16th at the Oriental Hotel in Lekki. Every day counts why I have been following up with you so often. We need to create more success stories so that we can showcase them at the event. I am looking forward to helping you and some people in your community because some of those success and some people in your community become some of those success stories. That's one of the reasons why I have been following up consistently. Are you ready to get started? Good afternoon. How do you want to help? Shall I carry on? Hello.
Oh, sorry, my line was muted just to give you a clear audience.
Okay.
But, sorry. Yes, so I was saying, do you remember the date when the seed was sown for this conversation? That I said we began this process in 2023, right?
Yeah.
Right. So go ahead and read now what the answer was.
Working together with you to build a group of people trading and making money for themselves. You will also be trained on how to trade and make money for yourself.
Right. And that was at the beginning. Okay. All right. So is the conference centered on teaching how we can make money? All right. Let's keep going. All right. And then I answered yes. All right. So then look at the bottom. After I did all that chat, but look at the bottom. Time. What
This
does he
time,
say?
this time is not convenient, please. Next time.
All right, so just wait, just be patient, right? So no, answer them and then look at October 10, right? And then what is my message to him on October 10?
Excellent day. Is that excellent day, Samson? I affirm that all is well with you and your family. How are you doing today? You had indicated that you wanted to earn US dollars with us. Are you ready to partner with us to make that happen? Looking forward to hearing from you.
All right, good. What's his response?
Happy evening. We'll surely join you by the end of the month. I'm impressed.
Samson. Great. All right. And then what was my message to him?
Thanks, Samson. You let me in the heart of this story.
You met. We should have been
Oh,
met.
sorry. You met. You let me in the heart of the story. This opportunity correctly done will help you to beat the hyperinflation in Nigeria.
All right, cool. So October 28th, I tried calling him, I didn't get an answer. And then I sent him a message, right?
Excellent day, Samson. I affirm that all is well with you and your family. How are you doing today? We have some people registering and I wanted to have some placed below you. Are you ready to get started?
Okay, all right. So what's his next question?
Good morning, my friend. Yes, I can start, but what is the minimum financial implications?
All right, cool. And then I went to go ahead and read out what that says.
Excellent. Excellent morning, Samson. The minimum to start is $122. And if you are paying in Naira, it is 213,036. Oh, I don't know what that current says. Naira.
Naira.
Naira. Okay. We have some people registering today and tomorrow, so we can place one or two below your position in our system to give you a big boost and a better start if you can register today, so that we can place them below your position in the system. Can you make the payment today?
All right. And I didn't get a response. And I tried calling him on the 30th, which is one day later. No answer, right? I don't stress over that. Then I sent him a chat, right? See what I sent him?
Excellent day, Samson. I affirm that that all is well with you and your family. How are you doing today? I called to help you to get clarity so that we can begin the process of helping you to earn US dollars from this opportunity. When is a better time to connect?
All right. And then he gave me a date.
On
right?
the 10th of November.
All right, wonderful. I said, sure, we'll connect then. Have a beautiful time ahead, right? And then on Tuesday, this past Tuesday, right? Which is Tuesday's close to the 10th. And then I sent him a message and he said later in the day. So let's kind of go to the end of this now, right? And then I asked him, how is he gonna pay? He says in Naira, and then 213,000 Naira. Should I send the account details for payment? That was on Tuesday, not yet, but soonest, right? Okay, right? And then we could go ahead and read that message now.
Is it from him or from you?
Yeah, start at the top.
Okay. Excellent day, Samson. I affirm that all is well with you and your family. Are you ready to begin the process of earning US dollars with us? We are gathering great momentum, and some of these leaders that have been getting started should have been below your position. This will help you to earn weekly commissions faster in a greater amount. Are you ready to get started? Then he says, we'll send my money to you on Wednesday. Please send your account number on Tuesday. God bless you.
Wonderful. All right, so we'll see if he carries through on his commitment, right? All right, so let's just dive into that a bit, right? Let's dive into that a bit, everyone. And as we because what we're doing here is that we have to understand dripping. What I did over a year is I dripped on him. I didn't try to convince him how great this opportunity is, or try to, say, well, why don't you join? Why don't you join? Or, or call him and pressure him to get started. No, just keep giving him positive information over a period of time, and he will decide when it is that it's ready for him to get started. The reason why I've been able to recruit so many people is because I understand that principle, and I simply follow up with people and provide them with information about what is happening, right? There's the same thing that happened with Bright. I followed him up for a year plus. I know he's one of the biggest success stories in the team. As I said, let's continue to pray for him and his wife as they go through that challenge that they're experiencing today. So dripping is the art of the follow-up process. Drip, what I did over time. So let's just look at it, right? Sending him information about what's going on. Another thing that I would do as well is that whenever we have a new success, right? Like somebody, earned a certain amount of money trading. Somebody earned money by building their team. You would send out a success. Now, there are 3 types of stories that we're going to need to create. All right. Fortunately for us here right now, the company is already almost 4 years. So we have a lot of what you call upline stories. Okay. Upline story. But then you're going to need to create your story, and then you're going to need to create success team stories. So there are 3 types of stories. Somebody type it in the chat for me. Upline story. Somebody could type it in the chat for everybody to have it. All right. You have several success stories within the company that you can leverage on. Because remember this, facts tell, stories sell. Don't ever forget that. Facts tell, stories sell. So you have to be talking about what's going on in terms of successes to get people's attention. So you're going to need to have to share your upline story. That's number 1. Second story is my story. Type my story in the chat for me, somebody. So type upline story first, then type my story, and then you type success team stories, right? So first, you need an upline story. You need to know somebody in the company's story. The second story is my story. You need to create your own income success story. And then you need to focus then next on building your team member stories. I don't have a typer today. Nobody typing in the chat for me today. Upline story, my story, team stories, STORIES, right? You want to create as many success stories as possible. And that's what's going to make you really, really successful. Thank you very much, Jordan, for typing that in the chat for me. Upline story, my story, team stories. You want to develop stories, because it is the stories that you're going to use to follow up and drip on your people and inform them about what's going on, the forward movement, informing them about helping them, about being successful, how you can help them, right? Remember this, and somebody type it in the chat for me. In all upper caps, let me type it, WIIFM. That's the radio station that every single person in this world listens to. Everybody's tuned into that radio station. There's not one single person on the planet that is not tuned into this station. Everybody listens to it. Can somebody break that down for me? It's actually an acronym, right? Somebody tell me, what does this mean? What's the name of that radio station? Somebody come off mute and tell me. Who's familiar with this? What does this mean? Somebody come off mute and tell me. Anybody? What does WIIFM stand for? Okay, no one? Going once? Who wants to give a try? Just give it a guess. Anybody? Just unmute yourself and give us a guess. What do you think WIIFM stands for? All right, somebody type it in the chat.
Right, let me try.
Go ahead.
World
Okay.
World International.
Very good attempt. I appreciate the fact that you're willing to try, Garvey, and that
Okay.
participation is what makes us grow. So I appreciate you trying. But W stands for what?
Okay.
What with an apostrophe S, right? That's what the W stands for. Anybody want to try for the rest of it? What? W stands for what with an apostrophe S. All right. And then the I stands for in, right? Somebody type it in the chat. So WHAT apostrophe S. The I stands for in. The second I stands for it. And the F stands for and M stands for me. What's in, thank you very much, Moses. What's in it for me? You have to remember that when you're reaching out to people to share this with them, you cannot reach out from the standpoint of what you stand to gain from reaching out to them. If they detect or it sounds like you're trying to get something because of you reaching out to them, then they're going to reject the opportunity. If you look at the messages that I sent, somebody tell me what was the general idea every time I was communicating to him about something. What was I saying to him in my messages? Somebody unmute and tell me. What are some of the things you picked up on in the messages that I was sending to Samson? And we'll walk this conversation. Go ahead,
I think
Doris.
consistently I heard you saying, how can I assist you, to earn in US dollars?
Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Sonia. Anyone else?
I was hearing that you were trying to help him out of a crisis that they were in. So you're trying to better his financial position.
Good. Because of the hyperinflation in Nigeria. Great to pick that up. Anyone else? So I was trying to see how I can help him to improve his finances and also offer him the opportunity to earn US dollars. Somebody else? Anyone else saw anything in that chat? Okay, great. All right, thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Jordan, for identifying those things. And Doris, you're going to say something? I saw you unmuted. You unmuted for a minute there.
Okay, yes. I wanted to say you keep reminding him of the opportunities, people that want to join, that there's opportunity to place those people under him to help him to grow.
Great. So I kept reminding him about that he was doing. So here's the, oh, thank you for that, Doris, right? This leads into this next slide. First, you have to remember that people, you have to be tapping into what's in it for them. That's what in it's for you. Because if you're approaching this as, I need to get my 3 and 3 done, I need to sign up one person this month, so I can earn at the highest level, and that is what is foremost in your mind. And that is your goal because you're trying to get your goal done. But you're going to get your goal done by helping other people to get what they want. You have to remember that. So if you have to help them to get what they want, and if you're helping enough people to get what they want, you'll have what you want. So remember this, please. The fear of loss is a greater motivator than the anticipation of gain. You have to remember that. The fear of loss is a greater motivator than the anticipation of gain. So Darius, what I'm doing right there is that I'm letting him know that he's losing out on all these people who could have been below him. Because if those people were below him, it's going to push him faster to earn more money. Okay? So you have to remind the person that, hey guys, you stand to lose a lot by not joining us. It can't only be you can come in and learn how to trade and make money. You can come in and build a team and make money. That's the gain. But that's not as motivating as when you say to someone, hey, guess what? I have somebody that's registered today and I can place them below you. Or I have somebody registering today or tomorrow. And if you join us now, that person can be placed below you in the matrix, and that person is going to contribute to your growth. Now, please, you know, I know we all have integrity here. So if you know you're not going to sign up people to put below people, don't tell them that. Okay? But I sign up people every week in significant numbers. So I'm keeping my promise. I'm not promising someone that I'm going to put people below them, and I don't. Okay? All right. So let's just go to it. That what we need to do is to just let them know, hey, guess what, man? You know, I have 3 top positions, my team. I'm right now about to fill them. I filled 1. I'm going to fill the other 2. And those people who come in at the top are going to get other people coming in under them. So if you join now, you stand to gain that. So you're giving them something to gain, but you're also, in that same statement, you're putting something for them to lose. Because if they don't take it, they're going to lose it. And the loss of it is much more interesting to them than what they stand to gain. That's how we are as human beings. We are much more motivated by what we stand to lose than what we stand to gain. So when we're following up with people, after we've exposed them to the business, after they watch the video, you have to provide a value proposition. And then you also have to be able to show them that if they don't take advantage of it, they stand to lose. So thank you for picking up on that, Darius. I was constantly reminding him. And I told him the last message was, man, we have so many leaders joining right now and the momentum is growing. And, you know, some of this, I reminded him that some of this should have been below him because we've been talking for a while, all right? So for those of us who haven't exposed the people in your network yet, how can you follow up with them if you haven't exposed them? You have to get them exposed. You have to show them the video. And then the seed is now in the ground and then you can follow it up and water the seed by being patient with dripping on them over a period of time. All right? All right, so let me go back to this. I missed out on something. All right, so the dripping process is what we're going over today, the dripping process. Now, another thing that we could use with dripping when you're following up with someone is we're going to be getting, I have a video that I shared with you with my personal testimony, but we're going to get one from Bright. And, you know, praying that everything works well with, you know, his family's challenge so that because he booked a studio to go into a studio and record his testimony. His testimony is very powerful because last year, June, Bright was at the point of almost selling his car to support his family. And now he's making anywhere between 2 to 3, sometimes as much as $4,000 a month from trading. And also he's building his team. He's making money every week from his residual as well. And his life situation has turned around a lot. So he's going to document that in a nice little video. He's going to do it in a studio, so it's really professionally done. And then we're going to have that video to send to people as a follow-up process, part of the follow-up process. So you want to send people information about some success happening, right? So over the next 1 to 2 months, you're going to see a big increase in our numbers because of being able to send out that success story of Bright in the form of a video, right? And our team is going to have access to that. We're not going to publish that publicly yet in terms of across the, you know, the whole community of Extreme, and we're not going to publish it online yet. We're going to use it within our group because we have access to him to be able to put him on 3-way calls and stuff like that. And you know, I'm grateful that he's willing to do so many 3-way calls. And that's a part of why I've been able to bring people aboard because of the 3-way calls. If it wasn't for the 3-way calls, it would be a very difficult thing to recruit people. We need to do the 3-way calls, everyone. So if you're not doing 3-way calls, you're losing out. But also after you've done the 3-way call and they tell you that they're going to enroll, you need to keep giving them information every few weeks, every month, some people every couple of months, depending on how interested they are. If they're very interested, you should be sending them information pretty much every week, couple of weeks to update them on what's going on. But you don't ask them, oh, you're ready to sign up at the beginning of the message. Send them something exciting about what's happening. And at the end of the message, you ask them, are you ready to get started? Or you ask them, would you like to help for us to now start helping you to earn dollars with us? You know, are you ready to start earning US dollars with us? Are you ready to start earning extra income with us? So that way, your follow-up conversation is about how you're going to help them. And it's not about, are you ready to sign up? I don't ask that question. Are you ready to sign up? Are you ready to, that's the question comes at the end of me presenting some value first in terms of, this is where we are. So let me just go over the process again. You pique interest, show the presentation, you do the three-way call. Well, that's fine. That's done. Now we need to follow up. The art of the follow-up is in dripping. And when we're dripping on them, when you make the call and if they don't answer, right? Let me just go back to my process, and I'm going to just share my screen again. All right, and let me just show you. I'm going to show you some messages so you can have some stuff, right? Okay, all right. So let's go to here. Let me show you this one. And I sent it to Jordan yesterday, so I remember that. All right, so this is the one that you could use, because if you're doing the three-way call to me, right? But you could modify this to anybody. Who wants to unmute and read that for me? Anybody who wants to unmute. So I call, let's say I call, anybody who will call, right? If you call someone, anybody who wants to unmute and just read this, please. Who's going to be my reader? Garvey did earlier. If Garvey is the one to unmute, that's fine. But anyone else? If Garvey wants to come, great.
Let me unmute. All right. So excellent.
Put a name where the asterisks are. Put a name where the asterisks are. Give me.
Right.
Did you send the video to anybody recently, and you haven't called them back yet?
You mean myself?
Yes. Have you sent the video presentation to anyone, and you have not?
I did. Yeah, I did send one yesterday.
All right. Have you called them back yet?
I tried to call her, but she's busy.
All right, great. So you're going to send her this message. Okay. So read it out. Let's say you copy this and you deleted the asterisk and you typed her name. Just read what it says.
Okay. So excellent day. I put the person's name in the stars.
What's the name of the person?
So excellent day, Vivian. I confirm that all is well with you and your family. Were you able to review the video presentation? Also, I want to give you the chance to meet one of our top leaders in our community globally. After many years of success in business, in 2010, he lost everything and has rebuilt his income and has helped several people around the world to earn from $500 to $20,000 per month in residual income. Here's my key partner, and we are in the process of creating more success stories. Is today or tomorrow at 1 to 2 p.m. or 5 p.m., 6 p.m. your time okay for a conference call?
Great. So those of us who can just, if you want me to send you this message, you could send me a chat, or go ahead and screenshot it now, but then you have to type it all over, right? But I could send you the message in digital form, so that way you have it to be able to use it yourself. So let's just break this down a bit and let's look into it and see some key points here, right? Now, what am I doing at the end there? Is somebody comment on that? Why didn't I just say, okay, can you call me tomorrow? I'm looking forward to hearing from you. No, I ended with a question. You see, you should end your dialogue with a question. So that way it forces the person to come back to you, as opposed to just leaving it open with a greeting at the end, like say, okay, bye, or whenever you're ready, you just get back to me, right? You end it with a question, right? You end it with a question, right? You end it with a question. So then, in addition to that, I did what's called edification. We went over edification last week, and that's brief and succinct, not too detailed, not too long. People don't like Bibles to read, right? This is even long, right? If we could have made it short, it would have been you get much more people reading it, because people don't like long messages, okay? People are trying to get from one thing to the other. They don't have time to be sitting there reading all day, okay? All right? Okay, Dr. Harrison, I saw your message. I'll send it to you. All right. So anybody else who wants this message, go ahead and send me a message that you could send. So if you call them, so here's the process again, right? Somebody unmute and tell me, what's a PS3? What does PS3 mean? Somebody unmute and tell me, what does PS3 stand for? Unmute and tell me, somebody, what does PS3
It
stand
stands
for?
for peak interest, show the presentation, and then a three-way call.
Great. And when, so after we finish the three-way call, right? And they will call the person. And when is it that you're going to send this message? Tell me, somebody, when are you going to send them this message? When in the process of follow-up are you sending this message? At what stage are you going to send this message? Somebody come off mute and tell me. Yeah, somebody unmute and tell me, when are we sending this message? When in the process are we sending this message?
Do we send the message after the person has viewed the video? Is that after you've sent the video to be?
Not after they view the video. There's something that you need to do first before you send the message.
Okay.
So after they view the video, what are you supposed to do after the video? What are we supposed to do after they said they're going to watch the video tonight? All right, what should we be doing after they watch the video? What comes after the video?
Just to follow up to see if she has watched the video and if it's something that they would like to. Yeah, just to see if they've watched the video and understood the video.
Okay, so go, Jordan, come back off mute and just let's go over that PS3, right?
Okay.
With Garvey and everybody. What comes first?
Your peak interest.
What does that mean?
All right. So your peak interest, it would be like short. You just ask them if they would like be interested to earn residual income and learn to trade.
Okay, so you're asking if they want to earn residual income or learn to trade. I wouldn't ask them that. I would ask them if they're interested in earning extra income. And I'd leave the trading part and the residual income, because most people don't know what the word residual income means. I didn't even know it existed until 2010. And I was in business for almost 20 years when I found that out. So most people don't really know what the meaning of residual income is because we're not trained on it in school and it's not a part of regular daily business. So using those terms, I would say trading, if you want to learn how to trade Forex, some people don't even know what the word Forex means. So if you use those terms, you're going to limit the people's interest because, oh, that sounds weird, that sounds funky, I don't know what that is. What extra income? Nobody needs a class to understand what extra income is. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, so that's peaking interest. What comes after that? After you ask them if they want to earn extra income and they say yes, what comes next?
Show them the video, the presentation.
Right, and after they watch the video, what comes next?
A three-way call.
I thought it was sending this message.
No.
Right, the three-way call, you're correct.
Yeah.
So Garvey, let's come back now, Garvey. Come back now. So after the person watched the video, what should come next?
This message should come next.
No, what should come next after the video, Jordan?
Three-way call.
Three-way call. So what should come after the person watched the video? What should you try to do, Garvey?
Is to try to connect the person with one of the leaders.
Yes, that's it. Three-way call, right? So if you call them to do the three-way call and you do not get through, what would you then send them?
This message.
That's it. That's it. You send this message. So there's a process to this, right? And there are stages to it. Okay? So you send the message because you didn't get through to try to put them on the three-way call. And what is the message setting up them for?
A question.
Yeah, what is the question at the end? What is it setting them up for?
Yeah, a meeting with the leader.
And that's what is that? What
Three-way
that's
call.
exactly. Exactly. So what we're doing is that we're setting the process up, right, by piquing interest first, which means we want to find out if they want to earn extra money. If the answer is yes, we send them the video to watch. If they, after the time has passed for them to watch the video, we try to do the three-way conference call. If we do not get through with the three-way conference call, then we send them this message. Is that clear, everyone? Is that clear? Come on, you can tell me if it's not.
It is. Yes, it is clear.
Right. So then you wait now to see if they respond to your message. So that way you don't have to be like pestering people, trying to push and prod, right? There's a process to you following up with them. So once they have given you a time, because I could show you many messages, I don't think I got the response. Oh, this is George. But once you get, let me see if I have any messages here I could use. Manuel Wilai. Right, this gentleman is supposed to be making his payment, right? Right, cool. So this gentleman had said he was going to sign, right? Yeah, this is what I asked him. So Garvey, you read so well. If you want to read this was a Thursday, so let's just go through this, right?
Which one? Now?
No, I called him. I did a three-way call on what date? See the three-way call? Group invited, that's a three-way call, right?
Yeah, on the 29th of October.
All right, and then that's about 10 days ago, or there about 12 days ago, 2 weeks, right? And what did I do on Thursday?
You called.
And did I get an answer?
No answer.
Okay, so what did I send after that?
Excellent day, Emmanuel. I affirm that all is well with you and your family. How are you doing today? We had indicated that you wanted to get started with us today. Are you ready to kick things off?
Good. And what was his response?
Good evening. Yeah.
All right, let's go up again to see if I had sent him that message. Okay, great. No, okay, no. This is follow-up. So let's go up to let's go back to the beginning of this process, right? Where's the beginning of this process? This one was July 4, okay? So July 4 is when I would have done what? All right, in fact, this is not somebody that I can't remember who exactly is because I met him through somebody. So I called him first and I got no answer, right? So let's read that message again. This is the last one I'll go over. Let's read that with me, Garvey, and let's go right through to him getting registered because he's supposed to sign up today or tomorrow.
Excellent day, Emmanuel. I affirm that all is well with you and your family. How are you doing today? This is Dr. Harry Benjamin. We met a few years ago through Mr. Ashibong. I am currently in Houston, Texas. Looking forward to hearing from you.
Because he didn't answer me when I called. Thank you. And then he tried calling me back. I didn't get an answer.
And he says, good day. I was in a meeting. I just saw your call. Great, and looking forward to hearing from you again.
All right, so there's a 4-minute call. I sent him the video, right? That was in July of this year, right? And then on July 5, you saw where I did a 3-way call. You could see that I tried Ms. Buckner, I tried Mr. Bright. I don't remember who exactly you did a 3-way call with. All right, so, okay, so read what that says now.
It says, if the link does not load, copy the link.
Go down, sorry, my apologies. Go down some more after the group call.
We can move on to during a private meeting for you and a few of your co-workers and friends on Zoom. How about tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Nigerian time? Then he says, great, thank you.
So what happened is that what I do sometimes when somebody is not like ready to make their payment, I'll have them introduce other people because I don't know him. He doesn't know me that well, right? So there's no real trust there. So I build up trust through, him introducing me to his people. All right, okay. So, please invite as many as you can, and then we had the meeting. And let's see if we had the meeting, right? That was on July 5th, right? where I would have done a Zoom for him and some of his people in his group, in his network, right? And then July 6th, I got no answer, and and then I on as planned. Please, my apologies, had issues with his phone, and then we had, okay, we have a presentation going on currently, same link. I sent him to another presentation because he didn't come to the one he said he was going to do. I said, awesome, and I said, just keep the conversation cordial. All right, great. So let's read again now as my response to him on that day.
So I'm being amazed. I am being amazed and grateful. Thank you for asking. We have been making great progress with the opportunity. Several people have registered and more are coming aboard. Some of those that already registered could have been placed below your position in the system. Each day you're out, you are losing out on benefiting from others going after you. Are you ready to get started?
When did he say?
End of this month.
And that was July, right? I think.
22nd.
Yeah, July, right? Okay. All right. And then that was this Friday. Okay, awesomeness. July 26th PM. All right. And read. You could read from the great news. Read from the great news.
Okay, so great news. I have someone in my holding tank and also another enrolling today that I can place below your left leg to boost your points towards your first rank of weekly residual income. Are you ready to get started as planned?
All right. So I didn't hear a response. July 27th, no answer. And then July 29th was when he responded.
This is good morning. Then he said, excellent morning. A new month is up on us. To have a new result, we have to do a new thing. Are you ready to get started? Then he says,
yes.
Good morning. Yes. Excellent morning, Emmanuel. I affirm that all is well with you and your family. You can make the payment using a Visa or MasterCard linked to Doom account, or you can use BTC, Ethereum, or USDT or Naira, which is better for you. Momentum is starting to build up in Nigeria for the opportunity. I am very grateful for this. This week to next, we have 3 people working to qualify for the $500. What that's in a Naira 815K per month rank. That's amazing. We should have some of your people achieving this and pushing you to $1,000 that can help your ministry.
All right. So July 31, nothing. August 3rd. And then what is, okay, so Naira went to 2020 to $1 in Nigeria, right? So this, because he didn't take action when he said he would have done that, right? For whatever reason. But let's read what this says.
Excellent day, Manuel. I affirm that all is well with you and your family. How are you doing today? Are you waiting for the Naira to trade at that level before you pull the trigger? This business that I am introducing you is to an excellent business that can help you and others to earn US dollar income and best hyperinflation in Nigeria. I would like to help you succeed with this opportunity. Don't allow any discussions that don't agree with this to block you from earning the dollars. Looking forward to hearing from you.
All right. So August 4th, we spoke for 2 minutes. And then what was this message here now?
Great news. Excellent day. Alai, I affirm that all is well with you and your family. How are you doing today? I have been able to get the buy-in of an ED at one of the major commercial banks in Nigeria. The plan is to educate bank staff that are interested in learning the skill set, but also to help us expand so that we can reach our goal of educating 500,000 people in Nigeria. This vision will have national impact and help reverse the slide of the Naira. Looking forward to your participation. I could place some of these leaders below your position if you register on time. When can you make your payment?
All right, so August 26th, we spoke for 10 seconds. All right. And then we said hello again. Are you planning to earn residual income? Or, you know, so reconfirming that. And then on the 29th of October, I did another conference call because when I spoke to him, most likely there was maybe something that he wasn't clear on. So I put him on another conference, another three-way call again, even though I tried to do one earlier in this process, right? And then Thursday, okay, he said that you had indicated that you wanted to get started with us. Are you ready to kick things off today, right?
Yeah.
And this is where we are. Good evening, yeah. And then let's go down to here now. That was on, we're right here to today.
Thursday today, yeah.
All right, and then see.
Excellent day, Emmanuel. I affirm that all is well with you and your family. We are gathering great momentum, and some of these leaders that have been getting started would have been below your position if you had gotten started already. This will help you to earn weekly commissions faster in a greater amount. Are you ready to get started?
All right, so he's online. So let me just send him a chat to see if he can take the call. No? So everyone, I'm doing this live. I'm not talking to you about theoretical stuff. This is how I do it. And this is why, you know, I have 3 accounts that are at the top of the charts in Extreme. Yes, I've showed you that at the beginning of the call. 3 accounts that are in the top 5, recruit sponsors. And my goal here is to help you all to be able to be in that top 5. Right? To be, well, everybody on this call can't be in the top 5, but if everybody here is in the top 5, then we are going to be blowing up the company in terms of our success, right, as a team. So yes, but I'll follow up with them properly, and then I'll keep you posted on what to do. Remember, it's him watching me to see if I'm going to really do what I'm saying I'm going to do. And that's what people need to see. That's why it takes sometimes 6 months, a year, you know, for someone to join you. Because you call them all excited or tell them about this great business, and then 2 months later, you're calling them about a different business, or 6 months later, you're calling them about a different business. So people want consistency. They want to see that we are on track, that we are truly going to do what we say we're going to do, and not just start something and then disappear on them, and start something and disappear on them. We have to be consistent. Okay, we have to be consistent. And if we are consistent, then we can make progress, right? And let me ask him, you know, if he's ready. Do you remember how much to get started? All right, see if he's ready. If he's ready, then we make steps. Is everybody okay? All right. He's not from Anthony, my brother. All right, let's see what he does. All right, so any questions around this? Because we're at the end of our training. I mean, I don't want to stay on here long, but I pray that you got value out of today's training and that this information was helpful to you, to help you to move forward. And, you know, if you got value out of this, you could go ahead and put a 7 in the chat if you were able to get some value out of today and, you know, you feel like you got the time invested here with each other. Thank you very much, Jordan. A bunch of 7s. All right. All right. So you have the script. I'm going to, if you need the script, send me a chat and I'll send you the script that I use. There are other scripts I'll use. But also remember now, it's about continuing to give the person positive information about your progress and about the progress of other people. Thank you very much, Garby. All right. So you're not just calling them and asking them if you're ready to sign up. You know, that is a amateur question. You should call them up to find out if they're to give them some value proposition as to why they want to join you or why they should join you. Thank you very much, Doris. A bunch of 7s, right? So these are key points, everyone, and strategies that I'll be sharing with you over time. As I said, I'm not here to hype and blow smoke. I'm not going to give you information that I am not doing because it took a while to really narrow down what works, what doesn't work, you know, and identify what will really truly help people to get value and then for people to get engaged. And as I said, what I should have been doing is doing more training, but fine, you know, it's in full force right now. So every Sunday you can count on this time. We're going to be here, and I'll post the recording for those who want to go over it again. And you know, don't be a recording. Don't use the recording as the solution to being here. Be here live, interact, participate. All right, come off mute, ask questions. You know, get engaged, right? So that you can show where you're off track. You can make adjustments and make progress. Success is about making mistakes, making adjustments, and moving forward. Success is about making mistakes. You have to make mistakes first, right? Make adjustments and move forward. I see that word mistakes, right, as making. M stands for making. I stands for incremental. S stands for steps. T stands for toward. A stands for accomplishing. K stands for keen. E stands for excellent. S stands for success. Making incremental steps towards accomplishing keen, excellent success. That's what mistakes are, right? Write it down in your notes. Making incremental steps towards accomplishing keen, excellent success. Mistakes is the mother of success, and it's the mother of learning. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. So congratulations, Jordan. Congratulations, Garby, for being willing to come off mute and, you know, making mistakes in front of everybody else so that they could see how this process works. I really want to celebrate you both for doing that, because sometimes we're trying to avoid making mistakes, you know, because we don't want to look, you know, funny in front of others, but that just holds you back, okay? So I want to celebrate both of you for doing that, and for others that will be doing that in the future. You have to make mistakes if you want to become successful, all right? So thank you very much. Any questions before we close it up? All right, and I'm going to just try calling Emmanuel here, and then let's see if he answers, right? You could get the benefit of hearing what this is about. Let's see if he answers. All right, just now. Hey, Emmanuel. Yeah. Hey, excellent day, man. How are you? Fine. Awesome, my brother. Awesome. Yeah, you know, I was reaching out because we have some people who have registered today. I have 2 people that got registered today, and also you know, going into this week is going to be a really big week. A lot of people are wanting to join us because, you know, earning US dollars has become so important in Nigeria right now, and around the world, everywhere around the world. People are looking for ways to earn extra money. So are you ready to, you said you're ready to get started. Does that mean you're ready to make your payments and get registered? If you're paying in dollars, it's are you going to pay in, do you have a domiciliary card? Do you have one? Do you have a card linked to your domiciliary account? A Visa card, MasterCard linked to it? So you have to pay Naira? How much is it now? 213,000 Naira. 213. 213. Okay. When can you make the payment? By tomorrow, Tuesday, we can start the process. All right, great. I'll have to reconfirm the amount, the day of payment. Right. So I'll reach out to you tomorrow evening, Monday, and then we'll finalize on the rate for Tuesday. Okay. All right. And if you make the payment tomorrow, it's to your advantage. You know, the sooner you do it, the better. So welcome aboard. Thank you. All right. We'll talk tomorrow. All right. Blessings, Emmanuel. Okay. All right. Go ahead. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens tomorrow, right? Let's see what happens tomorrow, right? Or Tuesday, right? But that's it, guys. Live and direct, no hype, no smoke, no mirrors, right? Just do these steps that I've encouraged you to do, and you'll see that you'll get results, all right? Okay. Okay, Moses, you're gonna ask something, say something? Yeah, Moses? Okay, I saw you on mute. That's what I'm asking. All right. All right. Blessings, everyone. If nobody has any questions, it was really my joy to Garby, go ahead.
No, just to thank you for allowing me to read through the messages. And the one thing that I came to understand is the USTD, because I was trying to set up a new broker, and one of the payments that they required was USTD, or I think something Naira. So I was not too sure what it was, but then I've seen it on this. So yeah. But overall, thank you so much for allowing us to go through this process. And yes, it just reassures those of us who are still in a little bit of doubt that, you know, there is success if we commit and if we follow the trainings, and just to be patient, because a lot of us think that it's a make money fast, but of course we have to go through trainings and the process and know that in the future things will be better for us and for our families.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Garby. Thank you for those
You're welcome.
powerful words. Abigail?
Yeah, I want to say something. I want to thank you, first of all, for what you do to show us how we should do this business. And another thing I saw in there was like, if it were me, I could have not gone the way you went until you reach him in the house. Me, I could have gone 1, 2, and boom, I stopped. So, because to me, I was thinking if I do that to somebody, it's like I'm nagging him, I'm doing things to him, I'm forcing him to come in. But you kept on saying the right words and reminding him until he came in. So I thank you for that. And the mistake I was doing is that I take somebody first, second, and I stop there, I leave them and go to another one. So I've seen my mistake.
That's
and
great.
thank you so much.
You cannot correct a mistake if you don't see it. So that's great. That's great.
I'm impatient. I don't, if I talk to somebody 2, 3 and they are not coming in, I just leave them alone. So I've seen the process now that I should follow and make a progress. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Where's the fortune? Where's the fortune?
Pick the interest and
Where is the fortune? Where is the fortune?
follow up.
Right, the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. That's where the fortune is. So we never forget that. All right. Never forget that. Thank you very much, Abigail. Thank you very much. Anyone else before we go? All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Go ahead. Go ahead, Doris.
To teach us. Okay, just to appreciate your time, you take your time to teach us this strategy. I pray that consistency is the key and patience. Thank you so much. It's good to really understand this strategy so that we'll be able to grow as a team. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Darius, for being here. Because without you guys being willing to allow me to pour into you, then it wouldn't work either. So I really appreciate all of you for showing up. Let's stay consistently showing up. I'm going to pour out everything I know and understand, so that you guys can really move forward. Because we're gonna get some big incomes in the team. I've done it many times before, so it's become somewhat of a habit for me. So I'm gonna do more than my best. We're gonna do what is necessary to succeed. So thank you very much, Darius. Scola, go ahead.
Good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Good evening back in Africa. We appreciate you for being here, Dr. Benjamin. I just want to thank you for helping us understand what we need to do and even showing us the ways and means of getting to some people that we had talked to years back. Because remember, as we are some of the people who joined the extreme or when it started, and we kind of lazed out. We got a little lazy, but hey, everything happened for a reason, and now we have seen what consistency can it do through Dr. Benjamin. And Dr. Benjamin, we appreciate you. And thank you for bringing us back on track. And we are going to do whatever it takes to make sure that everybody who is joining us in our teams, that they succeed. When they succeed, we succeed. So we appreciate you so much. Thank you, and God bless you.
You're welcome. God bless you too, Scholar. Thank you very much for your blessings.
Mm.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for the kind words of everybody who spoke, everybody who participated. I appreciate you being here. All right, bring a friend, a partner next week, right? Because, you know, you come alone, you will learn a lot. You bring a lot of people, you'll earn a lot. All right, just remember that. You come alone, you'll learn a lot. You bring a lot of people, you'll earn a lot. So let's go forward and bring people to the training, because this is really where we're going to grow from. Okay, best trained team wins. All right, love you all. Thank you very much for being here. All right, God bless everybody. All right, I bless you, each and every one of you, and your lives are magnificent. And we will see each other in the course of our successes and our triumphs and our challenges and our difficulties as well. All right, we're gonna.
We bless you too,
God
and your
bless
life
you.
is magnificent.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, cool. All right, bless you all. Bye-bye.
God bless you, doctor. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.